Welcome to Talk About Topeka Live, coming to you from the Topeka Performing Arts Center in downtown Topeka. This Just Cause segment features Two Sisters Outreach, thanks to the generous sponsorship of the Break Room in downtown Topeka. I'm your host, Chris Schultz, and we're going to meet two sisters who are out to make a difference. We have Brandi Brown and Tanya Tregalis over here, Two Sisters Outreach.
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, tell us about your relationship here as sisters. You wanted to get together to start an organization. Let's first of all talk about what the organization is, and then whichever one of you wants to do that, we'll have the other one talk about, so you can fight this out, decide which ones. We'll have the other one talk about how it all came together as far as, what you were doing. So which one's taking who's getting the elevator speech? You're getting the elevator,
yes.
You got it, all right.
So what Two Sisters Outreach is we focus on the Montara community south of town.
Mm-hmm.
Out there they don't have bus routes, and some of them don't have cars, and they don't have access to a lot of the resources that the people in the inner city do have.
Mm-hmm.
And so we bring the resources to them. We do events a few times a year, and we do community closets where we set it up and they can come out and they can get free clothing, free household goods, things like that. We have blessing boxes in a couple locations to where it's a take and give scenario. They can drop off food or get food if they need it. And then we also do Thanksgiving meals where we will provide, certain families with the meal they get to cook with their kids. And then we do the same for Christmas, but we also do Christmas gifts for those families as well.
Cool.
So a lot of cool stuff that we take out there to them.
All right, and so how did you guys, come up with this? We're two sisters, and we're going to make a difference.
I've been doing it for about 6 years. What started it was working with National Night Out, doing with the Safe Streets, and I realized that there was a lot of the community out there that don't get to do much of what they would like.
Yeah.
A lot of kids really that don't have a lot to do with their spare time, and
A lot of at-risk youth in the community.
So I started doing events out there, and then I started doing more of an outreach. Got with my sister a couple years ago, and I was like, hey, let's do more of an out. Like she wanted to. We both talked about it. We love doing the events. The events that we do. It's all donation based. It's free to the whole community, and we decided we want to do more of an outreach because there are a lot of poor families in that community that don't really have a lot. So we still do the events, and now we're just growing more to do outreach stuff as well.
I love that it's, two sisters deciding to make a difference, and nobody's going to tell you no, right?
Right.
That's good. That's good. And so if people out here watching want to help you out, how can they make your dreams come true to help all these folks?
Well, like she said, we do everything through donations. So if they were to reach out through our Two Sisters Outreach on Facebook, even if they were wanting to make a donation of cash or gift card or even merchandise, or if they're cleaning out their closet and decide they don't want last year's winter clothes, that could go towards the community, our next community closet or things like that. So if they just reach out through there, it would really help.
And we do have blessing boxes out there too.
Yeah.
Great.
To provide food.
What are your current needs that you're looking for to fill?
Right now we're coming into the holidays, and so we're going to be focusing on adopting families for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. So really what our focus right now would be to help provide dinners for Thanksgiving and dinners for Christmas and gifts for families that we decide to adopt.
Excellent. And, okay, so Brandi, you grew up around here in Topeka?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay, so tell us about what your childhood was like here, and then you add what you think she left out.
Well, it was pretty boring. We didn't really do a whole lot, so there's not a lot to say. So I don't know. What am I missing? So it wasn't a whole lot.
So you want to know what our life was
what
like?
was it like growing up? When you see people who really do selfless things for others in the community, I like to look back and see the roots. What caused that? So that parents, when they're raising their kids, what kind of things are good and bad to help them, raise people who want to do work in their community?
Our mother was always taught us to be kind to others, and if you see someone in need, my dad and my mom were both very quick to stop and help. Our mother is a nurse, director over the OR actually, and so just seeing what she does to care for people to help save lives was a big influence for both of us as well. And she, you know, they just have hearts of gold to help others.
And you had the examples showing what that can do. You know,
Exactly.
when you take a little time for somebody else, how it can make a huge impact in their life, right?
Exactly.
And the projects you guys work on, those things may not take, you know, a whole monumental task well, the coordination is a monumental task,
Yes.
but what seems small to so many who don't have to worry about those things, when you do have to worry about them and someone helps you out, that makes a huge difference. I mean, that can be the thing that gives somebody the hope to keep going on.
Exactly.
Right? Tell us some stories about some of the things that you've encountered.
The last community closet that we did, it was huge. We held it at the community center, and we do it not for recognition or anything. It's just a lady, we do it because we want to help, and a lady came in a wheelchair, and everybody that had pulled together to help us pull that together ended up in tears because she came in and was just so grateful because she hadn't got a wheelchair accessible car to be able to make it to town. So she literally rolled herself out there to the community center and was so grateful for the things that she had gotten. And everybody was in tears. And moments like that, just all the work is worth it. That's exactly why we do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to say thank you for all you're doing and just stepping up and doing it. Again, nobody's going to tell you no, and what you're doing is absolutely a yes. So I encourage everybody to find Two Sisters Outreach on Facebook. It's probably the best way to get with you, and make sure you like their page and support them. So, and I think give them a round of applause for being our superstars here at Topeka, for doing it, just doing it. So check that out. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, and best of luck on the future. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to help.
Thank you, and thank you for having us.
Yes.
Absolutely, you bet. Of course, this segment was brought to you by The Break Room. From comedy shows to special events and private parties, The Break Room is Topeka's best place to gather and make memories with friends. Check it out in downtown Topeka. And that is Brandi and Tanya from the Two Sisters Outreach. Check them out and keep up the great work. Really do
Thank you.
appreciate you.